Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, it's another time. This is your boy DeeRay on the Real Xchange. I know what time it is, another time to discuss a hot topic. And I always have the good guys, or sometimes the bad guys in the building. Blair, what about you? Talk to me, huh?
What about you? Am I the villain? Yeah.
Yeah. Always? As
That's
always.
okay, I'm happy with that. That's
He's happy with that. And Adey,
Yes.
what's up?
We're good.
And guess who's in the building today?
Guess who's back?
Guess who's back?
Well, he's never been here
He's
before.
never been here. This is Adam, Adam.
Hey.
For those who don't know, Adam is the top. No, I don't know. Are you the top? The number one?
Yeah, pretty, not far, like.
Yeah, no fall. Yeah, he's one of the top models
Yes,
coming out of
give
Northern
it up,
Ireland,
give
the
it up,
homeland,
give it
bro.
up. Come on,
Yeah.
come on.
I've been trying so hard, like for so long, to get you on the show, Adam. What's going on?
Yeah, you could have tried harder. No.
Oh, okay.
No. I've been busy. I'm just kidding.
top model. You gotta start paying for his time.
You know what? Pretty much.
I've been paying for
I'm
your
gonna
time.
cough it up, so I was like, no.
All right, guys. So it's so good to have you in the building as usual, right? So today I want us to talk about a topic here: friend zone. How do you get out of it? Who wants to go first?
For me, short answer is you can't.
What do you mean?
You can't. And once a woman gets the ick, as I've heard the terminology before,
Right.
that's it. There's no coming back from that. Unless someone steals her purse and you catch the guy and restrain him and get her purse back,
Yeah.
maybe.
So who's been in that situation before, though?
I haven't.
Say no.
I've not been in a
Look
friend
at you.
I've been in a friend zone, but like after the relationship.
Oh, well, that's fine. No,
Yeah, but that's
no,
okay.
no.
Yeah.
No, come on.
Oh,
We're talking about while you're still trying to get your hold. I'm not
Right.
talking about.
Yeah, no. Well, no, yeah. You get it.
But it's a. I don't think it's a pleasant place to be, is it?
Of course
Seeing
not.
someone else,
Unrequited love. It's the worst feeling in the world.
is it?
Of course it is, yeah. Because you're always, well, for me anyway, I've always been the sort of the shoulder to cry on for women, as I've said before.
Right.
Because I'm kind of non-threatening, and I'm not gonna leave them like their daddy did, which is what they really want. So for me, they've always sort of been. They sort of play this game where just as they feel like they're going to break up with their boyfriend, they kind of get in straight with me because they know I'm gonna listen to them and listen to her bitch about her boyfriend, and
You're the
she's
nice
kind
guy.
of giving me the idea that I'm going to be the fall guy here.
Is
when
there
they
a
break up.
rebound guy?
But the minute she breaks up with him, she's gonna find someone else. They need chaos in their life, so she's gonna need to find someone else who's gonna give her a bit of trouble and a bit of edginess. No young woman wants comfort. They want a bit of edginess. They want the guy to pick them up on the motorbike, all that crap.
Bro, sometimes when you say these things, I'm like you're talking from experience, right? Obviously, you don't make these things up.
Shows motorbikes out back.
I make stuff up.
It doesn't make this thing up at all.
Your boy
So-
has witnessed that stuff firsthand.
Right.
You have?
No, I'm saying Blair has firsthand because you can tell.
It's a
from the
known
angles
thing.
from-
It's a known thing too. Come on.
Yeah,
It's
no,
the same.
no.
We've all seen
No,
examples.
absolutely,
Of it, yeah.
absolutely, and I quite agree. I don't think you ever come out of it. I don't even think even if someone steals a purse and you hunt the guy down and you find it, I still don't think that would say. I just feel like when they get in that frame of mind,
Yep.
you're just.
And the thing is, too,
Unless if circumstances change.
But they don't, because the circumstances can change all they want. They don't.
Uh-huh.
And women are very good. I think at once they get an idea in their head, that's it. It's almost like when they break up with them. When a woman breaks up with a guy, she's normally got herself in this mindset where she hates him. So that whenever she breaks up with him, it's clean. And there's none of this like lovey-dovey, I'm going to
Humming
come
and
back.
hawing,
There's
it's just like,
there's none of
yep,
that. It's
done.
clean. She turns herself into this mode where she hates him, so it's clean. Whereas the guy will cling on, and they'll idealize the relationship, even though they know it wasn't working, because it just kind of prevents them from the reality of actually, do you know what, that relationship wasn't really working.
Let me ask you a
So
question,
they'll think
right?
of all the best parts about it.
So we're looking at it from your perspective, right? But have you actually put a girl in a friend zone before? Like, is this something?
Yeah, probably. Actually, do you know what? I disagree. Probably not. I've maybe strung one along a little bit longer than I should have, but I've never took it to the edge where she's been heartbroken over the fact of it.
I think like if we're going to be very honest about this, I think it rarely happens where a guy puts a girl in a friend zone. It rarely happens.
True.
Really, I don't think I've ever like put a girl in a friend zone. It's either I'm just not
True.
interested, like there's no, and you're not going to show any signs like you're interested in having something, like romantically with her. As a guy, you're not going to put those signs up
Because
you'll make it as obvious as possible, like she's one of the brothers.
Because I'm sorry to break it to the ladies out there, but we don't actually really like your company, like other than unless we're interested sexually. Not just,
So, Adam, let me come to you because obviously you have a different orientation, right? So, what, like, have you said something about you being put in a friend zone?
Well,
or you think you've
sitting here thinking about now, like there's been a couple times, like I'd say I've been in a friend zone, but I don't know. We talk about it, like just open, like I can't even remember how it went down, but I think I just asked them. I was just like, "Yo, here, is this just me?" Like, I was back in uni,
Nice
and the response was, "Yeah, it's just you."
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, like, still to this day, best friends.
would you say guys are more honest that way?
Or what?
Are guys more honest that way about stuff, like more open and just
Yes,
straight up?
more
in a
blunt.
sense, like you're just like.
Because guys are.
It's not that like you don't care enough to just keep it the same, but also like you don't care enough if it doesn't turn out the way you want it to.
Yeah.
You're just like, I don't know. It's just me.
No,
I'd
I
rather
know
just
what you
know.
mean.
So I'd rather just be open with it.
Yeah,
things
I
like
get
that.
you.
But yeah.
So, and have you put someone in a friend
Yeah.
zone? Oh,
Yeah.
you
Yeah, but like you would have said, or like, if you feel like you're not giving them what they want you to give, and you're just like, because deep down you don't really want to be.
So
in
why
that
would you do
relationship.
that?
Why- at all.
I'm quite interested, right? So why would you put someone in a friend zone? Is it because you feel they're too much for you, or you're just not in the right frame of mind for what they're expecting, or
a whole
what is
lot
it?
of that, yeah. Yeah, like I don't know.
Or maybe you don't like
Recently
them.
for me-
You don't like them the way they want you to.
Or just think the dust settles and then you're like, oh no, wait, what am I doing? This isn't really right for either of us. Or you just know deep down you're just like, I don't know.
I think as Adey says, it's a good point. Guys don't do it as much, and I think it's because girls are a lot more caring and that they don't want to be as blunt as just saying no, go away, or not interested. So that you'll ask for their number and they'll give you it just to be nice or to be to save face, and they'll kind of teeter along. But I think it's also on the guy's responsibility to know when he's in the friend zone. I know within 5 messages if I'm in the friend zone, one word responses, no emojis or whatever. I know fine rightly when I put in the friend zone, so I take myself out of it.
I mean,
as soon as I can.
I think there's a reason why it's mostly common with girls putting a guy in the friend zone, because the in most scenarios what usually happens is, okay, so guy meets girl, right, and you like her, right? That's why you've probably been put in the friend zone anyway, because you actually give a shit, you like her. So you meet her, you've probably, I don't know, maybe wasted a lot of time to say what you want, or gone round it the wrong way, and she just feels, well, maybe he's just a nice guy and he just wants a friend, but I'll allow the girls give their own perspective on it. But from a guy's point of view, I think maybe that's why it happens to guys a lot.
So if you snooze, you lose. Is that what you're saying?
Kind of. If you don't,
So you need to go all out for it if you really want it. Don't waste time, right?
Yeah, like you need to make your intentions
Clear from the start.
Yeah, you need to make it really clear from the start. I learned that when I was really, really, really younger. You need to.
So you think the other party, girls or boy, whatever it is, they are not clear on what your intentions are, and they're not gonna stick around and wait for you to make yourself clear? No,
like the girl. So say, okay, so the girl sees the guy. They start talking, blah blah blah. I feel like the girl wants to understand, okay, what is this? Is this just a nice guy? Do you just want to be, mates and stuff? Mm-hmm. And the more you keep going around in circles, the more you define what the relationship is to her, because she's like, well, it's not really saying anything. We're all doing things like mates, so
yeah, maybe he doesn't want
he's
more.
A good friend. Meanwhile, the guy's probably sitting somewhere thinking, oh, how do I break out
of that friend?
How do I break out of this? How do I say, like, this is what I actually want? But
So the guy created his situation then.
In most scenarios, like, I mean, in my experience, the few times when I've been in that, I think it's how I handled it.
So if I'm to understand you correctly, what you're saying is that sometimes we make ourselves, we define that situation by how we come across on the onset in the relationship.
Yeah, you
Right.
you'd find
So
out
if we're not
how-
coming on strong and we're not like making our intentions clearly known, it might be confusing to
Yeah.
the other party.
And this this is a very wide angle we're looking at now, because like it doesn't I don't want to get the message across like, yeah, you must come on strong, you must be really aggressive, like, yeah, I want you have to.
Okay,
Nah.
because that can
Can actually be a bit
as
of a
well.
turn
so-
off too. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, exactly. So I'm not saying like you must come on strong, but I mean body language, how you present yourself, the things you suggest, you do, and things like that. I mean, like, okay.
But how
okay,
do you break out of it?
Like, all right, let me give you a very, very simple scenario, right?
Right.
So say you suspect you might be in the friend zone, and you call Brenda up and you're saying, yeah, so what are you doing? So she says she's just hanging out with her friends. Yeah, you can come along. Why would I want to go to that? Why? Me with you and your friends. We're all just friends then. No, I'm not coming. I've got plans. But the more you do stuff like that, that doesn't.
But do you
create some sort of
even if you were
definition.
to establish a relationship with someone,
Could
would you
it-
not be friends with the person first?
It often is maybe the best way to go about things, actually. Yeah.
To be
But
friends.
What, to be friends?
To be friends sometimes, yeah.
No, it's not.
But what I would say is that actually, I think there's a lot of naivete on the women's part too. I wouldn't always blame the guy for that, because what I find is a lot of the time is that girls are quite naive in thinking that, oh, he just wants to be my friend, or he just want to be a nice guy. And what they don't realise is actually, because they don't have the same sexual drive as men do, they don't actually realise that the only reason we're really have any earthly reason to be texting you a couple of times a day, like we've got stuff to do, like we're at work and stuff, and we've got, you know what I mean, we don't really care what you had for dinner or what your mum's up to or what if you took the dogs to the groomers. We don't really care, really. It's just an in. So it's women's naivete to think that we're just trying to be nice guys. And then, because I've heard girls talking, and I've had girlfriends who have had guys texting them. He's like, oh no, he's just my friend. He's like, that guy's not just your friend. He's not just your friend. Oh, do you want to tell him about the sex we had last night, or do you want to talk about the walk that me and your boyfriend went on? No, it's nonsense. So they have this silly idea in their head that guys just want to be friends with them. It's not true.
But on the flip
It's
side,
they're
though, on the
very
flip
very
side, though,
naive
you
about
get,
guys.
let me give you let me oppose to that. So like, what about the girls that say that 9 out of 10 times this guy probably just wants to have sex. That's why he's speaking to me. Because
I would say 10
lot
out of 10
girls-
times.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of them have that. They already have that perception. So that's opposite to this scenario that you've just said. So like,
No, because
they
the
might
girls
think
still
I'm
don't
being
know. The
naive.
girls still don't know.
But on the flip side, you get loads of girls that think, oh yeah, well, what's he texting me for? What's he ringing me for? He probably just wants to get in my pants. Okay, yeah, let's go and do this. Well, why? All of a sudden, so
This is why I say to just say it. Be like whenever I message my friend, I just kind of like cleared everything up. But also like there were like maybe a few times where I probably should have taken the hint that I was to get out of the friend zone. Maybe just like let yourself out and just like
That's the way to do it.
recognize a rejection.
Don't fight your way
As
out
a
of it.
rejection, even if you're still humming and hawing, it's like, oh, that could have meant anything. Like, stop and think.
But
like,
people change.
Could it mean anything, or was that like an
People
actual
change their
like?
mind, don't they?
Yeah,
Because sometimes I believe like a girl may not necessarily see you initially as a potential boyfriend, or a
Yeah.
guy may not potentially
Yeah.
see you as see you initially as his potential boyfriend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then when you make your intention known, and some people like to be fought for. You know what I mean? And then there's that sense of, oh, this guy really does appreciate me. Maybe I should actually just give him a chance, and they see you in a different light.
Okay.
What about that?
I'll tell you when the circumstances change. When they turn 40 or 50 and they've been divorced, and then maybe they'll come back. Not when they're 20, 25 or even 30.
Gee.
They haven't been round the block enough to be ready for actually a settled down relationship.
So you've
They
pointed
like a
out-
bit of- they like the drama in their
It depends on
20s.
what stage in life the person is as well. That could also be a factor, right? That's what you're saying.
When they realise that they've hit bottom.
Rock bottom.
I also
Or
think,
there's
like,
a limitation in the options,
I
right?
also think, when you have that friend zone situation, right? Yeah. The fact that because in a lot of these scenarios, both parties see each other a lot. They do a lot of stuff together, right? But it's not a romantic relationship. It's just, as we say, you've been friend zoned. The more you're available to do all that stuff, they will never see you anything other than a friend.
So
I
how?
bet you
Well, that's why
9 out
I
of
would
10.
never go on a date unless I knew it was a date.
I bet you 9 out of 10. If like either maybe the guy that's been friendly or the girl just finds herself a boyfriend or he finds himself a girlfriend, I bet you that would change.
What if you got in a relationship, she would then think, "Oh, what happened there?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Well, that's
he
always
gets-
the
or
case.
she
It's
get-
always
yeah,
the way.
you know-
If you're friends with a girl and then you get in the relationship, even she knew that you were kind of into her, and then you get in the relationship, then she'll come begging
Even,
for it.
and this is
'Cause
not
it's unavailable,
just- it's
'cause
not
what she
just
can't
a
have.
But that's just
girl
human.
guy thing. It's both ways. I believe it's
everyone
both
does
ways.
that. Like I've done that.
It's
Like
the unobtainable. Once
Yeah.
something becomes unobtainable, you want it.
It's
Yeah.
just human nature. You
Take
know,
yourself
you know,
first.
like you can't have it, or that option is no longer an option. Then you're like, oh shit.
That's why
Well,
being the bastard always works.
You know, what am I gonna do with my life now? This guy's not here, or this girl's not here. Okay.
But so
you mean just being hateable? Yeah.
Works every time.
Easiest
But
way.
I
I'm
can't do
learning
it. I
is-
can't do it. I'm too nice. I can't do it. Couldn't bear to do it.
Yeah.
But
Spread
but
feelings.
if I really wanted to do it, that's the way to do it.
but if you've been put in a friend zone and you really want to get out of it, what do you do? I know you've sent some. But you're. I'm sure you're not.
Wait
the
25
type-
years.
But you're not the type that gives up, right? You won't give up.
No, I would give it. No, if I've been put into that 6 foot under cardboard box, forget about it. I'll just move on, drop it, and move on.
I think like you know, but
Like
you need
treat it like
to-
a death in the family. Grieve.
But you know,
Go through the
sometimes,
steps and then move on.
sometimes girls want to be. They want someone to. They want someone to
Well,
fight
screw
for
her.
them.
If she's really put me through the ringer that much, then screw her. Why do I need to prove myself to her? She's probably not even. She probably, you know.
But
What is she really that worth it? Is she really
So that's
that
the
worth
question,
it for
right?
putting me
if,
through the
you,
ringer?
if you've been put in a friend zone, like she must be worth it.
for you
Let's
to be
face facts.
for you to be available to be
No,
put in
no,
a friend
no,
zone.
no, no. Let's
I
face facts.
disagree.
If you've been friend zoned, like I don't
Then
know.
she
I
doesn't
don't know
find
what
you that
experience.
sexually
I don't-
attractive in the first place.
No, it's not necessarily that.
Yeah.
That she doesn't. As
She
I
does.
said, I believe in the fact that it's the whole language and how everything around that period. It's the way it's been received. You know, or perhaps the girl or the guy, you know, is still just not sure because you know a relationship to some people is a big deal, right? A relationship with some people, if they want to have a relationship, they want to know like it's going to be a long-term relationship. Some people don't have
Yeah.
the time for. Oh, I dated
Short
this
yeah.
guy, I dated this girl for 2 months, and that's it. So that indecisiveness could also fall in play, especially
Yeah.
when that person is enjoying the benefits, like you're in a relationship. You know, like you can hang out, you can go to the movie, you can do stuff. Especially when they're enjoying that. Why won't they want it to last as long as possible, just so they're sure? So if you want to break out of that, I think, you know, if you're fed up of it, you're like, look, miss, dude, sit down. This is what it is, you know, like, this is great, but there's no definition to this stuff.
The thing is,
You know
I don't
what I
know
mean?
how many times, I don't know if we've all heard it. Girls actually just love guy company because we are honest, we're down to earth, there's no bitchiness, we're
Honest,
good
a lot of
fun.
girls would disagree
You
with
know,
you.
okay, fine. But I mean, like, there's no bullshitting, you know, in terms
Yeah.
of like, we're better, I honestly, you know, better senses of humour, better crack, and there's no bitchiness. They feel like they can kind of just have a laugh and carry on. So girls actually kind of maybe just want to keep you at that arm's length. You know, whether or not you want yourself out of the friends or not, they actually may, whether you want to try and get out of it or not, they actually just may not want you as that. They just like your company rather than as a sexual partner.
Adam, I'm interested from a guy to a guy's perspective on
Yeah.
this. Like seriously, you know, because we've been talking about how girls, because we seem
I'm
to understand
watching.
that
I'm
more.
just like, God, it's
Really?
so different. It's,
It's
really
different.
different world. Like,
You know what I mean? I would like to know.
It's because
like,
women
I
are
would-
mental.
I would like to know, like, from your experience, like, so is it a difficult thing? Like, is it an issue, or is it just like guys find it so easy
I
to move on? as
feel
well?
like, especially with guys, it's like the same end of the battery. Not to be like, no pun intended, but like, just like calling each other's bluff all the time, or you're just like someone said it earlier. You kind of, I don't even know how to put it into words. You're like testing the waters,
Right.
and then you're not actually like trying to like figure out what they mean. You just keep going back and forth with this game of uncertainty if they are attracted to you, just because sometimes the banter is that way, or just
yeah. So
or
that
just
can be
because that's how it
confusing.
can be,
then, you know?
and-
It can make it more confusing for you to.
I don't know if that's just like flirting, or I don't know if that's a friend zone, because like surely if you're like put in the friend zone,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, then that's like indefinite. Hence
Like,
it's the friend zone.
yeah.
Otherwise, it's just like a little bit of
no,
a
that would be my understanding.
Like
of putting the
purgatory?
friend zone.
yeah.
There's no flirting is different.
Being
you
gay
know.
is purgatory. Like
So
when you're
you
like
think
in the
so?
friend zone.
Is the general assumption here that if you've been friend zoned, there's just very little chance of you getting out of it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always very it's a very slim chance, you know.
Especially if you have no sex appeal like me, then forget about it.
It's just
Sure, TikTok is doing like the whole kissing your best friend now. Are you seeing these?
No.
Where you, like, well, I don't know if they're all true, but I'm sure some of them are true. Where you go up to your best friend and you kiss them, and you see if they kiss you back or something.
I've seen that. Yeah.
And it's like, oh, me kissing my best friend of 15 years, and then apparently they fall in love, and I don't know. But there's people doing that.
Right,
Just go up and
yeah.
kiss them. But I mean, people could have issues with that too, you know. So
Yeah. Wow, guys. You know, I love having a conversation back and forth going on like this. You know what I mean? It really shows how widely, you know, the way we think, right? You know what I mean? And this is actually a very good topic. I wish I have like ladies, you know, sitting down and then talking to us about this.
Nice
that will
to
give
get
us,
like
that will.
get the perspective
Yes, it
on
would need to nice to have some ladies on here.
So that will give us like a different perspective to things, you know what I mean? So I really want to thank you guys, you know, for showing up and discussing this. For guys watching us online, you know, you're always welcome to make comments, you know, and let us know what your thoughts are on this. Like, how do you actually get yourselves out of a friend zone? So this is your boy DeeRay on The Real Xchange again, appreciating my guests, Adam in the building, and Adey and Blair.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's what's up. So remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and we're also on TikTok, DeeRayMultimedia on TikTok. Woo! Adam actually put us on
Somebody
TikTok.
have to show me how to use that.
Oh,
I know, I'm the one.
yeah, Adam, you really did well for us today.
You're so
by putting
welcome.
us
I've got
on
so much to teach you.
Tell me about it. I feel like I'm lost already, but yeah, that was really good. So for those of you who want to follow us on TikTok, so it's DeeRayMultimedia, you know, and you can always also follow us on YouTube on our channel, same name, DeeRayMultimedia. So until next time, when we come your way again with another one, it is sayonara.
Yep.
You.
Yeah.